This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Good evening and welcome to News Tonight on NDTV Hindu. Hello there, I'm Evelyn Matthew.
Hi, I'm Peer Mohammed. I am bringing you details of how the government is coming under fire for not defending its side in the school fee structure case.
That's right, plenty coming your way in the next 30 minutes. But first, let's take a look at our top stories tonight. In a rare case, a television crew was held hostage at the Archdiocese while the men in khaki stood witness to the clash. The freed crew demand a case to be filed. Angry parents raised their voice against the stay order on school fees November the 29th to decide how much parents need to shell out.
Parent side, we have no confusion. We are very clear. The management itself is confusing us. They are trying to divide us.
The state's cine artists are once again the lucky recipients of the national awards. Tamil cinema brings home 3. Meanwhile, the city is gifted a grand haven of books and a perfect reading den. Karunanidhi inaugurates a state-of-the-art library.
Leander and Mahesh should be playing, and we have got the option 1 hour before the match to change. But as of now, Leander and Mahesh should be playing.
As India gets set to witness their favourite tennis duo on the tennis courts, they are hoping to take down the Brazilians in the Davis Cup at home ground.
I Jinglica Bimblis Abdina. Rajin said, "Hope for you." Jinglica Bimblis. So Jinglica Bimblis.
And he may be the robo and even the scientist, but there is someone who can tickle his funny bone and make him the perfect ladies' man. And here's what's making headlines in the national quarters as well. Top leaders of major political parties meet in Manmohan Singh's residence. There's no consensus on AFSPA, but a delegation to visit the valley soon. A key witness in the Sohrabuddin fake encounter case is shot, but he is out of danger. In a big blow for former IPL chairman Lalit Modi, the Bombay High Court dismisses Modi's petition to reconstitute the BCCI committee. And on the eve of discussions over the monetary policies, economists are divided over the RBI's action. Well, on to our top story. Journalists in Chennai today were in the line of fire yet again. This time, the aggressors were not the police or the politicians, but officials of the Archdiocese of Madras, Mylapore, who held a television crew hostage right here in the heart of the city. The reporter and the camera person who entered the premises to film a meeting over a legal dispute were released after protests by the media fraternity and the police intervention. But the Archbishop has apologized thereafter to journalists for the unfortunate incident. Shabir Ahmed reports on the 2-hour-long hostage drama in the most unlikely location.
A desperate attempt by journalists to have their colleagues who were wrongfully confined inside the Archbishop's house in Santhom released. The TV crew that had gone to gather news about a legal issue had to face the wrath of the diocese staff, who obviously didn't want any coverage. As news of the wrongful restraint and confinement spread, journalists blocked the Santhom High Road and demanded an unconditional apology from the Archbishop. It took the intervention of the Additional Police Commissioner Shakil Akhtar and this apology from the Archbishop for the situation to be resolved.
See, as you know that this incident happened as one of your reporter was, locked inside the church, and he was almost 2 hours, as you told me. So basically, Bishop being the head, you wanted that he could have taken perhaps, quick action, but he could not do that. Second was that perhaps my officer was also there. So they could have taken quick action, so that suppose church does not want them to cover, he could have asked me to get out. Then during that melee, I think there was some kind of push and pull also. The 3 issues were there. So already Bishop, he had to take the responsibility. He said, yes, what happened, it was our mistake. Then the other things that the footage there, the people who has, done the jostling pushing, you will complain, And third thing, our inefficient, our officer, who has, not acted properly. These 2 issues will do the very fair. Please give the complaint and take action accordingly.
Media organizations have condemned the high-handedness of the bishop's staff.
This is a highly deplorable and condemnable act. Journalists come basically to seek information. If the bishop or his staff did not want the journalist to be on their premises, they could have politely told him so and then sent him out politely. Instead, they behaved in a very rude fashion. They illegally confined somebody, which is highly condemnable.
The roughing up of journalists today comes close on the heels of another attack on a news camera person by an assistant commissioner of police. In Chennai, with camera person Lucas and reporter Shabir Ahmed, this is Ashmit Kumar for NDTV Hindu.
Well, quite unfortunate there for a community who should enjoy the freedom of press. Now, in other news from the city, it's been a virtual deadlock over the fee structure case for private schools. But the Madras High Court is now set to hold a final hearing on the fee structure on the 29th of November. Ever since the stay over the fee structure was ordered by the Madras High Court, parents in different parts of Chennai have been staging demonstrations ever since. Hearing a batch of petitions moved by the private schools' managements, the Madras High Court ordered that stay yesterday. The private schools had also earlier challenged the recommendation, saying that they will have to compromise on the quality of education if the financial requirements were not met. Meanwhile, the opposition has lashed out against the government for using delaying tactics and for being a mute spectator to the exorbitant prices being charged by the private schools. And for more on that story, our senior correspondent Peer Muhammad now joins us live from our newsrooms. Peer, we have been getting reactions from parents, from schools, but what really was the government's argument at the Madras High Court today?
Yes, Evelyn, today the Additional Advocate General Wilson argued before the same justice who delivered the interim order, and he said this has created confusion among the parents and also the students, because almost the quarterly exams are getting over in schools. At this point of time, this interim order has given way to a lot of confusion, and so they should hear the case immediately and deliver an immediate order. But the justice said the interim order was passed only yesterday and it is only an interim order. So she posted the final hearing on November 29th. But there is a criticism that the government side, instead of defending its side yesterday, they were not present. The government's absence was very clear. That is why the opposition is criticizing, the parents and the public are criticizing whether the government is budging to the lobby, private school lobby. Evelyn?
Right. Thanks very much indeed, Pete, for joining us with those details. The government also getting and receiving a lot of flack from their opposition as well. Now, while the government and the private schools have been at loggerheads on the fee structure issue, the parents are not only left in the lurch but are also thoroughly confused. Let's in fact bring you some of the questions that's been popping in the minds of many parents in the city. An email we've received says, what will happen to the nearly 3,500 schools that have already implemented the Justice Govindarajan Committee's recommended fee structure? An SMS to us also reads, is the stay applicable to the 6 private schools that have moved the High Court or to all the private schools across the state? A few more parents have written in saying, does this mean that private schools will now get a free rein in deciding the fee structures, and whether the very purpose of the Govindarajan Committee formed to regulate excess fees is really lost with this? Now, if you want to echo similar sentiments or concerns, we'd love to hear from you as well. Our email address is feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. You can start emailing us right away and we will feature your replies as well on our channel. Now, NDTV Hindu also caught up with a few parents in person. Here are some of those angry voices that echoed today.
Very strict on to Govindarajan Committee. That's all. Our parents association, everybody decided we are only for Govindarajan Committee fee structure. That's all.
Parent side, we have no confusion. We are very clear. The management itself is confusing us. They are trying to divide us. That's the problem. That's why they are making confusion among us.
Now, it's that time of the year again when the 57th National Film Awards were announced this evening. It's been a lucky Wednesday for Tamil cinema. Tamil Nadu's very own director Pandiraj has bagged an award for the best dialogue for his film Pasanga. The film has also received awards for the best child artist that's been shared by child artists Jeeva and Anbu Karasa. Ace music maestro Ilayaraja has received the best background score for his work in Parisaraja, the Malayalam film. Rasool Pookutti too takes home the best sound engineer award for the same Malayalam movie. Here are some of the other big awards that were announced earlier today. Amir Khan's blockbuster 3 Idiots has been named as the best popular film. Meanwhile, Bollywood megastar Big B Amitabh Bachchan has bagged the Best Actor award for his performance in the film Pa. This is Amitabh's third national award for Best Actor. Other awards include Ananya Chatterjee, who takes home the Best Actress award for her Bengali film Abohoman. The Best Supporting Actress award goes to Arundhati Nag for her performance in the award-winning Pa. Best Director was taken over by Rituparna Ghosh for his Bengali film Abohoman. And Best Music went to Amit Trivedi for his work in the film Dev D. And director Pandiraj spoke exclusively to NDTV Hindu. He was very ecstatic with this award and more than anything happy for the children who've bagged awards as well for the same film.
ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு. அதாவது ஒரு ஃபிலிம் வாங்கினது, நான் டைலாக் வாங்கினேன், டேரக்டர் வாங்கினேன் அப்படிங்கிறத விட 2 குழந்தைகளும் அவார்டு வாங்குறாங்க அப்படிங்கிறது எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமான விஷயம். உண்மையை சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா அந்த படத்துல வந்து 2 அன்பு ஜீவா 2 பேருமே ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டாங்க பாவம். ஏன்னா சைக்கிள் ஓட்டல இருந்து அந்த ரன்னிங் சேசிங்ல இருந்து பல விஷயங்களை வந்து 2 பேருமே ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு ரொம்ப ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணி பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க. அவங்க 2 பேரும் கஷ்டப்பட்டதுக்கான பலன் இன்னைக்கு வந்து அவார்டு வாங்கியிருக்காங்க, 2 பேரும் நேஷனல் அவார்டு வாங்கியிருக்காங்க அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து உண்மையிலேயே ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமான விஷயமா இருக்கு.
Well, the movie Pasanga has received a lot of critical acclaim and appreciation from many in the film industry. In fact, let's listen in to what Kamal Hassan had to say when he watched the film.
பார்த்தவர்களும் சந்தோஷமா இருந்தது, கொஞ்சம் நெஜம் கலந்தது, மழை தெரிந்தது, மேகம் கலஞ்சி போறது தெரிஞ்சது, முக்கியமா மனிதர்கள் தென்பட்டார்கள், கிராமத்து காதல் ஒன்று தெரிந்தது, ஒரு ஓடு, ஒரு குளம், அந்த பையன், அந்த சின்ன சின்ன விஷயங்கள், மழை விட்டு காதலிக்காக காத்து கொண்டிருப்பது, அதெல்லாம் வந்து வெவ்வேறு கவிதைகள் எனக்கே தோணுதுக்கும் போது கண்டிப்பா இயக்குனருக்கும் அது எழுதின கவிஞர்களுக்கும் கண்டிப்பா தோணிருக்கும். ஆனா என்ன ஒரு வித்தியாசம்னா, நான் இதை பார்த்துட்டு கவிதை எழுதுறேன், இதை பார்க்காம எழுதியிருக்காங்க.
Well, if not poetry, here's someone who's spellbound the music scene in the country. Music maestro Ilayaraja won the national award for his background score for the film Parisaraja. He's extremely happy with this award, and here's what he had to say at a recent press conference in the city.
Whatever the attention I pay for the background score for the each and every film, even if it's worst or best comes out of from the mind. So I never consider any film as a worst film or best film. When I saw the film, I said one word to the director and the producer. I feel this is my first film for the background score.
What a humble music maestro there, saying thanks for that special award. Now, still ahead on News Tonight, the bookworm in Chennai will now get hooked and booked. You don't want to miss this, as a luxury is in store for you.